Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today is the day after Valentine's Day, and this is traditionally my husband and I's day to celebrate. We picked the Friday that's closest to Valentine's Day, and that's the day that we have our date night in that I told y'all about a couple videos ago when I was decorating for Valentine's Day and kind of getting ready for our tablescape. And we always used to get order pizza and then have a big cheesecake that we would buy or that I would make, and put the boys to bed and watch a movie we hadn't seen and just kind of celebrate and eat until our hearts were content. Anyway, as y'all know, I'm on keto. So I have decided that we're going to change it up a little bit. We're still going to stay home, but I'm going to have him do some steaks with some garlic butter kind of sauce, and we'll do a vegetable. And then I was going to make a keto cheesecake. So I kind of scoured Pinterest and looked till I found the perfect recipe, and I think I've got it. It is a peanut butter cheesecake with a chocolate kind of ganache on top. So I haven't made a cheesecake in a long time, but I used to make them quite a bit before we had kids. So I'm excited to get back in and see how it turns out. The recipe is actually for a 7-inch springform pan, and of course that is a 9-inch. So I am going to be tweaking it a bit. I will link the recipe that the inspiration came from, and then I will list below the actual ingredients and the measurements that I use, specific pan and size that I'm doing. So if you have a 9-inch springform pan, this will work great for you too. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what we've got out here. Oh, my oven is ready. I'm going to tell you what we've got out here, and then just go ahead and get started. Okay, so of course for the crust, we've got almond flour. Is cocoa powder? Is that how we say that? Cacao? I don't know. You know what this is. And then the Lakanto powdered monk fruit sweetener. This is what the recipe called for, so that's what I grabbed. I just got it off of Amazon. I have Swerve and erythritol and other kind of sweeteners, but that's what it called for, so that's what I got. And then of course the butter, and that's for the crust. Now for the filling, I've got cream cheese, peanut butter. This Smucker's Natural in my area that I've been able to find just locally without having to order it. This is the lowest carb that I can find, so I grabbed that. What's this? Cream cheese, some vanilla, heavy whipping cream, and then eggs. So that's for the filling. And then for the ganache, they called for this kind of unsweetened cocoa. I can remember my mama using this as a child for a recipe and me thinking it was so gross. So it was hard for me to buy this, but it didn't call for lilies. It called for this, and of course you add the powdered sugar to it. So I think it'll be just fine. So it's for the ganache, it's this, and then of course you add the powdered sugar, and then more heavy whipping cream and butter. And I'll have all of these listed below, and the measurements that I use and all that, so don't worry about missing it as I talk here. So we're going to first get started with the crust and get that in the oven and get that cooked so that we can go right ahead onto the filling. Alright, I've got my pan set up here, my bowl set up here for my crust. The first thing is a ½ cup of my almond flour. I'm just going to grab that. I have these little kind of prep bowls for measuring. I read in one of the comments that they packed the almond flour in. So I'll do that. So we have ½ cup here. Just put that right in. And then I am actually going to double this recipe for the crust. Since, like I mentioned before, it was for that 7-inch springform pan, and mine is a 9. So I will end up putting a whole cup in of that. And so then I need 2 tablespoons. Tablespoons. I need 2 tablespoons of the cocoa powder. My friend actually gave me this. She was doing keto and then she decided to go a different route, so I was lucky enough to get all of her kind of leftovers, so that's exciting. So I'll need 2 tablespoons, and then it looks like I'll need 4. This is what that was, in case you wondered. I don't know where she got this, so I can't tell you that. Well, let's see, I need 4 of the Lakanto. I did get this on Amazon. It's a Lakanto powdered monk fruit sweetener. I have used, I don't know if I've used the powder before, but I've definitely used the Lakanto. I think maybe it was brown sugar. And I do like it a lot, so I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons of this. And it looks just like powdered sugar. So we'll do 1, 2, I'm not doing very great measuring here, hope that's okay, 3, and then 4. I did read that this monk fruit sweetener was much sweeter than Swerve or erythritol, so you don't have to use as much. I think I got that right. Yeah, the monk fruit is sweeter. Okay, and so then we'll put our melted butter in, and I've just realized that I have not doubled this, so I need to get 3 more tablespoons of the butter melted away. So let me do that really quickly. Okay, so I got that melted up. Still bubbling just a little. I'm gonna pour that right in, and then I'm gonna mix this crust up. Okay, so that all came together. It kind of reminds me of like an Oreo crust. So I'm just going to dump it right in here into my springform pan that has been sprayed with an olive oil cooking spray. Not olive oil, coconut oil cooking spray. And then I am just going to go right in and just start pressing this down. And it might be a little more than what I need, since I did double it, and it was for a 7-inch pan, so I probably didn't need to double this. But a gal in the comments said she doubled it and it turned out great, so I'm just trusting on blind faith there. But I am, with the filling, I'm going to just add a half of the recipe into that because I don't want it to be too big with the cheesecake filling. So hopefully it will turn out great, since this is our special Valentine's celebration dessert. I'd hate to have it ruined. Maybe I should have practiced this before the big night, but that's just not how I roll. So that's how that looks. I think that turned out great. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes and then set it aside to cool. Alright, so now let's work on the filling. I've got 3 8-ounce packages of cream cheese in here, and then I have 3/4 a cup plus 6 tablespoons of the monk fruit sweetener. That's just my weird little measurement I had to do because of my pan size. And I will list this all below, and I'll list the original for you in case you have a 7-inch pan and that would work better for you. So it says to put this in here. Of course, the cream cheese is room temperature. And then we will smooth this out first until it's creamy, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Alright, I got that all mixed up, and I admit I did have a little taste of it. Oh my goodness. That was really good. I mean, how can you go wrong with cream cheese and sugar, but you never know. So I'm just scraping down the bowl here, and then we will get to our other ingredients. Looks delicious. Okay, so let's get started with our 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So I'll do, whoa, that was a lot. 1, and then that should be good. This stuff comes out fast. Okay, then let's see, what do we have after that? The sour cream. Just got it here. This is going to be 1/3 cup plus 3 tablespoons. So we have that. Dump that in the sink. Then I need 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of the heavy whipping cream. So I've got that. We'll just dump that in. And then next up is the peanut butter, and they call for you to microwave it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll add that in. Well, I take that back. You're supposed to add the eggs first, then mix, and then add that warmed up peanut butter. Every time I crack eggs now, I just have to laugh. If you saw my last day in the life, my little boys love to help me cook, and they cracked an egg. Well, my littlest McCoy cracked an egg right on the floor, and we all just laughed. We'll get those in the trash. And then I'm going to remove this beautiful Fiesta Ware yellow spatula. And I'm going to mix this up. So I have got that mixed up. I'm going to put my peanut butter in. I warmed it up in the microwave. It is that natural peanut butter, so it is pretty clumpy, just kind of as a rule. So the filling might not be as smooth as I would like, but it's okay. Put that in the sink. Take this off. And then I'll get to mixing this. All right, so that's how that turned out. I'm gonna give it a little taste because she says to in the recipe, and I like to follow directions. That's good. That's really good. So now my crust has come out. It looks great. Got it here. I'll show it to you. I think it looks good. It's firm. It's cooled just a bit. So we've got the filling. That was, by the way, for the peanut butter, it was 3/4 cup plus 6 tablespoons of that natural peanut butter. So now what we're going to do is just put this into our springform pan, and we are going to cook it at 350 in a 1/2 inch of water in the oven. And I'm just going to use a jelly roll pan for that to put it in the oven, and I'll show you that. And then we're going to bake it for 50 minutes until the cheesecake is only slightly jiggly. And then it says to remove from the oven and allow to sit at room temperature for 30 minutes, and then in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. So it'll be perfect for our Valentine's Day tonight. So let's get started. All right, I'm gonna get this right in there. I did have another little taste of it, and I think that next time, or if you make this kind of 9-inch recipe, I wouldn't put the extra sour cream in. It's really just up to taste, I suppose, but maybe those extra 3 tablespoons weren't really needed. It's still delicious. I just kind of was thinking about that, and I'll probably reflect that in the description below to only maybe use the 1/3 cup, unless you really prefer that sour cream flavor really to come out in your cheesecake. Then go ahead and put the extra in. Okay, so here is the cheesecake in the water bath going in for 50 minutes. It probably will take a little longer since it's a bigger pan, for 350. So here it goes. I can't wait to see how this turns out. All right, it came out. It looks so good and it smells even better. You're supposed to let it sit for, let's see, 30 minutes. Yeah, sit at room temperature for 30 minutes and then 2 hours in the fridge. So I've got this going. It did take quite a long time to cook. Let's see, it said 50, I would say maybe like 70 to 80 minutes maybe. I should have watched the clock closer, but you can kind of tell when it's ready. It's still a little jiggly, but looking good. So I'm gonna let it sit here for 30 minutes and get it in the fridge. Okay, so it did crack just a little bit, but it's gonna have chocolate on it, so I'm not super worried about it. I'm going to run this little knife. This is actually Pampered Chef, and then this is as well, it came with it. And you just sort of run it around the edge to hopefully make it pop out of the spring form pan a little bit easier. I use this little knife thing for lots of other things too. It's pretty handy. I had a couple of Pampered Chef parties for like wedding showers. So I have a lot of Pampered Chef stuff that I just adore. So I think that's got it. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this around here where it's got the little latch. Wish me luck. I'm just going to pop that open. Yay! Hooray! So that came out. I got a little bit on the sides, but not too bad. So that looks great. I have got my double boiler going here. True confession time. I've never used a double boiler before, so it should be interesting. I've got my 1 ounce of the baker's chocolate and the 6 ounces of the butter. So I'm just going to melt this down over the double boiler. And then I'm going to go look for the perfect plate to put this on for our date. Okay, well, the chocolate came together pretty quickly. It's all melted now. It says to add the heavy whipping cream a little bit at a time. So I'll do that. Have my cream here. So let's stir that. I'll do a little more. Okay. I'll turn this down just a little bit. And then I'll do the last of it there. Whisking it. And then I need to add my sweetener. Which is that same Lakanto. So I'll add that in. That's a ½ cup as well. I just doubled this from the original recipe. It says stir that in and then you set it aside to cool. It smells really good. Okay, so I looked through my Fiesta and I found this. This is just a Fiesta plate, and then this is the Hostess bowl turned over. I think it looks super cute. I grabbed me some plates that I thought would look nice, and I have the cutter out, and I think we are ready. This is a huge mess over here, but I think this has cooled down. Oh, y'all, this tastes so good, and it was super easy to do too. I'm so proud of myself. Y'all saw it here first. Anyway, I am going to pour this chocolate on and let it get all set up and ready to go for tonight. Okay. So I'm just going to take my bowl of goodness, and I'm just going to pour it right on. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is going to be so decadent. You're supposed to just push it right over the side. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I don't know if I'm gonna wait till after supper to try this. Get just a little more over here. A little more this way. I think that looks perfect. I have a little more here. I'll add. And I'll do something with that leftover. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. I am so excited. Okay, y'all, this is it. It looks so amazing. I absolutely cannot wait to try it. Anyway, this is gonna get set up and get ready to go for our big Valentine's date tonight. We're gonna have steak and mushrooms and onions and some kind of a veggie to go with it too, which I'll try to pop in here to show you our keto Valentine's Day date meal. Okay, I told y'all I would show you our keto Valentine's meal. It's a big old fat steak with garlic butter and onions and mushrooms, and then this is just a broccoli cauliflower mix with cheese sauce on it. Moment of truth.
No.
Oh my, here we go. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh my goodness, y'all. Do you see that? I'm dying. It came out perfect. It looks so good. I mean, can you even? Can y'all tell I am so proud of myself right now? So excited. Now comes the real moment of truth. We have to taste it. It's a winner, y'all. It is a total winner. Oh my goodness, it is so good. It's super decadent too, so you wouldn't need much of it to get full. Oh, I'm so excited. Love it. I just wanted to thank y'all for following me along. This is something new for me. If you like it, give me a thumbs up and maybe I'll try another one sometime soon. Thanks so much for following me along. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.